Illustration 13, preparation of final accounts here. Kapil and Vineet were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. So complete final accounts to be prepared, trial balance is given. Then we have to prepare the final accounts for the partnership. In the case of final accounts for the partnership, trading and P&L account, trading and profit and loss account. The profit what you get by preparing the P&L account is transferred to the P&L appropriation account. So profit and loss appropriation account. And then the amount distributed to the partner should be transferable to the partner's capital account. For that, partner's capital account will be opened here. Capital account. And then balance sheet. So finally balance sheet to be prepared. Okay. So one of the comprehensive illustration for even better understanding. Most probably we are applying these two block only, P&L appropriation and capital account. Here the complete final account is going to be discussed here. Capitals, I'll just post the items given in the trial balance and make the adjustments later. Kapil and Vineet were partners, so we have two partners. I will have two columns for the two partners here. Kapil and Vineet. So two partners. So we have two partners here, right? And here too we have two partners, two column, Kapil and Vineet. Okay. And their P&L ratio is 3:2. Capitals, we have current account 2. Then what happens? The core capital, you can prepare the capital account separately. This will be named as current account. So I will name it as current account. Okay. I have to prepare the capital account, but we usually don't do any adjustments, so there will not be any change. Directly I will post in the balance sheet. So capital account. So under that, Kapil and Vineet. The balance here is 60 and 50,000. 60,000 and 50,000 rupees. Current accounts in the beginning, by balance 2,800 for Kapil and 1,600 for Vineet. Drawings for these two partners, drawings 12,000 for Kapil and 8,000 for Vineet. Stock opening will come in the trading account, two opening stock, value being 11,000, and purchases and sales, purchases should be in the debit side, the value being 54,000, and by sales, the value being 80,000 rupees. I write the value in the inner column. Subsequently, returns given, purchase return, the value given in the liability is the purchase return. I deduct that value here. So 52,500 minus return for sales, debit side value will be the sales return, 78,000 rupees is the final value. We got it, 78. Wages should be debited in the trading account. Wages 2,500, salaries debited in the P&L account, value being 4,000, and printing and stationery, the value being 500. Bill receivable, asset, I record that value in the balance sheet asset side. So bill receivable, value being 12,000. Bills payable in the liability side, bills payable, the value is 2,000. And then debtors and creditors, debtors should be in the asset side, the value in the debit side is the debtors, 36,000. The value in the credit side is the creditors, will be posted in the liability side, creditors. the value being 8,000, the value being 8,000 rupees. I posted this. Discounts in the debit means discount allowed, so I'll write here discount 1,200. Rent and rates also expenses, debit to P&L account 800. Bad debt also a loss, I debit here bad debt 1,400. Insurance, the value being 400. Postage and telegram also general expenses, postage, office and admin expenses, office and selling and distribution expenses, postage and telegram expenses 300. Salesman commission should be debited in the P&L account, salesman's commission, the value being 3,400. Land and building asset, I will write that value in the asset side. So land and building, the value is 24,000. And then plant and machinery, the value is 20,000. And then furniture is given, so the value of furniture here is 13,500. Overdraft should come in the liability side, OD, the value being 2,000 rupees. Then trade expenses should be debited in the P&L account, so trade expenses, the value is 400. Cash in hand and bank, these two are the assets, so cash in hand 500 and cash at bank, the value being 1,500. So I have posted the items given in the trial balance. Now I have to pass incorporate the adjustment items, should be recorded twice. Stock year end, closing stock, so stock closing should be recorded twice. Here 18,000, and that too it will go to the balance sheet asset side. Stock in trade, value being 18,000. Provision for doubtful debts is to be provided at 5% debtors. So debtors 36,000, PDD 5% means 1,800. Okay, then ultimate value will be 34,200. This provision should be debited to the P&L account. So PDD provision for doubtful debts 1,800. And outstanding salaries were 1,000. Outstanding salaries. Okay. Now this is salaries. Okay. The outstanding salaries 4,000. One outstanding is there, should be addable, so the salary will be 5,000. Outstanding salary will go to the liability side, so outstanding salary rupees 1,000. And goods worth rupees 8,000 were destroyed by fire on October 10, 2016. The insurance company agreed to pay rupees 7,000 in fulfillment of the claim. So if there is any abnormal loss, that abnormal loss should be credited in the trading account and debited in the P&L account, and any amount recoverable will be credited in the P&L account. That's a way you can do abnormal loss. Okay, it should be transferable to the profit and loss account. Abnormal loss 8,000 rupees, and I am going to write here trading account for abnormal loss 8,000 rupees, but it is insured, so we supposed to receive 7,000 rupees from the insurance company. Agreed to pay, so it's outstanding time being, so I will write that value here. Either you can write that 7,000 here, or you can reduced from the 8,000, doesn't matter. So by insurance claim receivable, insurance claim outstanding, the amount recoverable from them is 7,000. As the amount recoverable from them is our asset, I will write that value in the asset side. Insurance claim outstanding or recoverable, 7,000 rupees. 7,000 rupees. And then the point E, interest on capital is allowed at 6% per annum, and interest on drawings is also charged at 6% per annum. So interest on capital, usually on the fixed capital only we are providing the interest on capital. So 2, here I will write that first of all, interest on capital. For their capital 60 and 50, they are eligible for the interest on capital at the rate of 6%. So 6% on 60,000, 3,600 for Kapil, and for 50,000 6%, 3,000 for Vineet. These two are charged to the P&L appropriation account. So interest on capital for Kapil and for Vineet, for these two partners, the value being 3,600 and 3,000. We got it. Similarly, interest on drawings given here, okay, which is also 6% per annum. So drawings is here. So if the date of drawings is not given, it's better to calculate for half of the year. So I will calculate here interest on drawings half of the year. For the 12,000, 6% is 720, half of that is 360. Okay, half year only I am calculating. And for 8,000, 6% will be 480, for that half will be 240. It's credited to the P&L appropriation account. So by interest on drawings for Kapil as well as for Vineet. The value being 360 for Kapil and 240 for Vineet. I hope so you could understand this. And Kapil is entitled to a salary of rupees 1,200 per month. So salary payable to Kapil. So salary account meant for Kapil. It is also an appropriation, should be debited in the P&L appropriation account. The value is 1,200, and it is going to be credited in Kapil's account. So salary 1,200 only for Kapil, not for Vineet. And write off land and building at 5%. So there is a depreciation for the land and building at 5%. So 24,000 minus 5% is 1,200. So ultimate value is 22,800. That depreciation will be debited in the P&L account. So depreciation one by one I am going to write it. So first the depreciation meant for land and building, the value being 1,200 rupees, 1,200, which is nothing but 5% on the value. Furniture is depreciated 10%. So furniture value is 13.5, 10% is 1,350. If I deduct 1,350 from here, 12,150 is the final value, and the deducted value is charged to the P&L account. So for furniture, the depreciation is 1,350. We got this value here, 1,350. And then plant and machinery attracts 15% depreciation. So 20,000 originally, 15% minus 3. So the final answer is only 17. This 3 will be charged to the P&L account. So here depreciation on plant and machinery, the value being 3,000. I have posted everything. I am going to close one by one. So by closing the trading account, I will be getting the GP, gross profit. This will be distributed to here, transferred here. 78 plus 8 plus another 8, 1,04,000 rupees is the answer. 1,04,000. The balancing figure will be 38,000. I just copy the book value. It means that I need to save the time while videographing this. Okay, this is transferred to the P&L account, 38,000. The ultimate balance here is 38 plus 7, 45,000. In the text, this 7,000 is in the debit side, deducted from the 8,000. That way also it will work, no problem. The whatever the value you get is called net profit. I hope the net profit could be same as the net profit of your textbook, NCERT book. I have not verified. Let me check once again. So 5,500, 800, 1,200, 400, another 400, and 300, 3,200, 3,200. Okay, 3,200, 3,400, correct. 1,000 lost due to this is nothing but adjustment of these two, correct, and 1,200, 1,350, everything is correct. So final answer should also be correct. And I will transfer that to the P&L appropriation account here, 17,750. Okay, if I tally whatever the balance I get is transferable to the partner's capital account. 17,750 plus 600, 18,350 is the final answer. 18,350, 18,350. So the balancing figure in the P&L appropriation is 10,550, should be distributed to Kapil and Vineet in their P&L ratio. So profit distributed to Kapil and Vineet. Kapil and Vineet, 3:2, 6,003, yeah, 6,330 and 4,220 we got it. So I am going to transfer here. So profit from P&L appropriation account for Kapil 6,330 and for Vineet 4,220. We got the value here now. I am going to close this to find out the ultimate balance. 12,000 there. Okay. So we have the value higher only that side. 13,930. 13,930. Balance carried on. In the case of current account for Kapil, 360 means 570. 1,570 is the final answer. Okay. And in the case of Vineet, 478, 8,820. Okay. So 8,820. And have to subtract these two values, 8,240. Okay. 580. Of course, the answer is also correct. So this will be the final balance in current account of these two partners transferable to the liability side. Current account. This may sometimes will have debit balance. If it is debit balance, should be posted in the asset side. So Kapil and Vineet. Kapil and Vineet. The value being 1,570 and 580. Okay, if you close this, I go with the book value, I think so. Yeah. Yes, 60,000, 50,000, 1,005. Okay, these two are correct. 2,000, 2,000, 8,000 and 1,000. Correct. So 1,25,150 is the final answer. 1,25,150 is the final answer. So this is the final accounts of partnership firm. In the case of sole trade, we don't have these two block. Copy this.